Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
Yeah!
We got it! We got
New 52 booklet.
it! Somebody clip this for the love.
Welcome to Comics League Movie Night. I am your host, Jared. We're talking about The Predator. So let's bring on the gentleman.
What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Huh?
Rick and you. Jared, I have a question for you. Why do you have why didn't you take a shower before filming that clip? Like, why? Like, Jesus, bro, you're covered in
so
mud.
sorry.
Like,
I know. And then I don't know. Let's see. We got another one coming in.
Knock, knock.
Yeah, knock, knock, baby.
There you go. I thought you would enjoy that one. So yeah, so we're talking about Predator as part of our sci-fi, as part of our the finale of Sci-Fi September, as a matter of fact. And
what a way to end it.
What a way to end it. Yeah. So this is like, I put this in the description of the stream, the most masculine movie I have ever seen. I mean, hell, we got a scene where boys reunite and they're like this.
I mean, watching this movie will make you a GD Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, watching this movie will actually mature men. Boys go into the theater to watch this movie, men and exit.
No, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it properly. When they go into this movie as boys and they exit as men.
Yes, exactly. So this movie, all right, so this movie like is also, when you think about it, one of the like movie with the craziest production history ever, because I watched a documentary on this and it is insane. Like, the monster was almost played by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Also, the original suit was terrible.
And by they homage that in the 2010 Predators movie.
Really?
Yeah, so remember the actually, you know what? We'll cover that movie eventually. I'm going to leave it and then I'll identify it
also,
when we get to that point.
I do want to give a shout out to, like, before we begin, like, I want to give a shout out to the actor who really, without him, this movie would not be possible. Kevin Peter Hall, the actor in the suit of the Predator, okay? Mm-hmm. Without him, without his acting, he brought like the mannerisms, like the way he acted, the way the Predator moved, all came from Kevin C. Hall. Okay?
Heck yeah.
And he did return for Predator 2. He has since passed away, sadly. Rest in peace. But I wanted to just give that guy his due.
Yeah, absolutely. Because here's the thing: you can make the most badass creature of all time, but if you don't believe that because here's the thing about the way Hall depicted the Predator, the way he moved in the mannerisms, it made you think this thing was real. So, so Teladia, your thoughts on I'm gonna go around and then I'll give our general thoughts on the movie and then we'll go through scene by scene. But Teladia, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on Predator?
Well, for me, Predator is one of the most very action-packed sci-fi films I've ever seen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? You got Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, "Get to the chopper."
Why did you send me that as a clip, Nick?
I thought you already had it.
No, I don't, Nick. Still send it to me.
I mean, there's plenty of iconic movie lines. Like? You know,
We can kill it.
that is literally the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, there you go. By the way,
but "Get to the chopper" is the most iconic line in the history in the Predator franchise, right?
it's Arnold's line.
It's
Well, the
Arnold's
thing
line.
is, okay, so there is one line that I didn't send to Jared because it's kind of vulgar, but it is basically the Predator equivalent of I have a bad feeling about this. It's like, you know how certain franchises have like that one line that they're always repeating? And
Yeah.
it's, you are one ugly mother clucker. I mean, I'm censoring.
Yes,
but like,
I appreciate that.
and
But yeah,
that is said in every Predator movie. That is the, like, you know how in Star Wars I have a bad feeling about this. It's said in every movie. That line is like, or come with me if you want to live for Terminator.
Yeah, but what I love about this movie, going off of that, this is the most quotable movie like I think I've ever seen. Like everyone can quote this movie.
Or like for example, when you're playing a video game and one of the characters makes too much noise.
Yeah, exactly. Or
you know what do you say to those people, Jared?
You tell them, oh yes, I have that clip. Hang on, where is it? I have that clip. Trust me, I have it. Let me go down. Hang on. Did it not import?
Nah, it must have not.
It must have not. Okay, you know what?
Oh!
I'm gonna try and add it again. But let's see. Thoth, what's up? Get to the chopper. Yes. Thank you, Thoth. Thank you, Thoth. So let me add the clip and then I'll play it. But anyway, so
but yeah,
on.
but I was gonna also say that the interesting thing about this film, it started off like nobody really recognized what Predator was at the start until Arnold Schwarzenegger came in and changed the landscape of the sci-fi franchise. Right.
Well, I think what if we're talking about like how the story plays out, what I think you're trying to say was like the story starts out as one movie. Like it starts out as kind of like your bog standard action movie, and like you have the quips and whatnot. But like after the rescue, like you got to realize the monster really doesn't come in till like after the first third of the movie. You know, and then it's like
here's
slow
why.
revealing.
And by the way, Nick, here's that clip.
You give up position one more time, I'll bleed you real quiet.
Isn't that wait? I gotta ask a question. Isn't that Apollo Creed?
Yes, it is. It is Apollo Creed.
That is Carl Weathers.
Now, okay, so here's what that does, Nick. The first half of the movie, they're establishing that this team is like no pushover. They are badasses. And then they're slowly torn apart by one creature. Also,
fun fact: the guy with the glasses, that is Shane Black. He is okay. Here, this is why it's important to point him out. Not only is he the co-writer of this movie, he's also the writer and director of Iron Man 3.
And he also is the director of The Predator, the newer one where the Predators want to weaponize autism. Yes, that's the plot of Predator.
We don't talk about that movie.
No, we don't. But no, I kid you not, Teladia. I wish I were kidding. Okay, so back to the good Predator movie, because I love this. You have such fantastic lines. Like actually, I could play another one. Like you got like they're killing terrorists, and then Arnold's like,
knock.
So Jared, should I stay or should I go now? Then
come on, do it.
No, should I leave or should I go? What should I do, Jared? I'm trying to set you up here.
And I'm trying to. It must have been another, because I have so many clips, mostly of the Snyder cut, so it must have been like.
I mean, we all know you have like the entirety of Zack Snyder Justice League uploaded to your stream.
Yeah, we all know that. By the way, chat, drop in the comments your favorite scene from the movie. But let me see. I think I should have it. But anyway,
I sent it to you. I know that.
Yeah, you did. So I'm just trying to find it in my downloads real quick so I can export it. But so what's cool about it is that you see everyone, these team members are like wiped out. Some are like literally skinned, like, and I'm like
flayed.
Yeah, flayed. This is not a movie for the faint of heart. Absolutely not. And this is part of the reason why it makes you a man every time you watch it.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, exactly. The final confrontation between Arnie and the Predator. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Now you're a man. Yeah.
One of my favorite lines is when when the operators goes, "This does the talking for me." I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, there you go.
Also, when you realize that this movie has what would then be the future governor of Minnesota in it,
And the governor of California.
2 governors.
It's a big governor movie. The Governors versus Predator. That's my movie.
The Governors versus Predator.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the cast is freaking stacked. So like Jesse Ventura, obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, like Shane Black. You know, it's like there's a lot of really good people. Fun little. I got a fun little story from the set of the thing. So Arnold was kind of like the original troll. So basically, like he told the costume person to tell Jason Ventura that his biceps were 7 inches across. So Jesse Ventura would come to Arnie like, "Hey, I got bigger biceps than you. Let's measure them." And so like they measured the biceps, and Arnold's would be 9 inches. I mean, remember this is the same guy who trolled Sylvester Stallone into doing the movie Stop or My Grandmother Will Shoot.
Yeah, I remember they had like a really big like not an argument, but like sort of like competition between each other. Who had the biggest blockbuster and who had the biggest thing? Because I remember.
I mean, when it comes to like big muscly action stars, you don't get much bigger than Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, especially back in the 80s and 90s.
Particularly now because they're still freaking jacked. But continuing on, so basically they save the hostages. I'm just going to skip over that part because it's just a classic Hollywood action scene. We expect that. Then they start being picked off one by one. The funny part is that they play it so you don't necessarily know who's going to die next. And
also the black guy does not die first.
Yeah, and then we have this epic scene. So one of the dudes gets like torn apart by like a plasma caster, and then this happens.
This stream is getting demonetized. I'm telling you that now.
Funnily enough, they did actually homage that scene in Predators, which I'm going to say that right now. That is a legit Predator film. Like Predators with like Adrian Brody.
Predators is dope as hell. I love that movie. All right, so here's what I was talking about. So in Predators, when they're using the doctor as bait and he's running and that thing is chasing him, that creature design is supposed to be an homage to the original Predator.
Oh.
So it's just, it was kind of funny about that scene. It's kind of funny. The director or like the people behind that movie were like, there's no logical reason for someone to carry around a minigun. We're just going to do it because it's badass.
Yeah, it's like in Terminator, you have a reason because it's a robot. He can lift it, whatever.
Well, yeah. Well, not only that, because you're carrying that and the ammo. It's only called a minigun because it's the smaller version of the stuff that's mounted on planes.
And usually miniguns are mounted onto helicopters.
Helicopters or Humvees. So no. So you never have a guy just walking and carrying it.
That thing would be like, and especially like walking into the jungle with that. Like
jungle, I was about to say,
God.
yeah. But can you imagine? That was like one of the biggest like wastes of ammunition is just clear cutting that entire forest.
I mean, you're kind of doing the deforestation thing about 20 years too early, guys.
No, what the funny part about my favorite part about these Hollywood action scenes is the no reloading. Everyone has infinite ammo because you would have to reload after like a second of that.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, like even like one person with a minigun, he couldn't carry that much ammo.
No, and plus the minigun goes to ammo like burr, done.
Yeah,
but still. I love this movie because it's not trying to take itself seriously as a serious military action movie. No, it's supposed to be crazy and stuff. So once you go through, all this is intentional. You're like, okay, I get it now.
I mean, they're literally being hunted by an alien that like can cloak and shoot like plasma bolts. Like realism kind of goes out the window.
Now, hang on. technically, if when you think about it, you don't necessarily know it's an alien until he takes the mask off. It could be just a massive dude with like advanced guns.
I mean, like
Except for the hands and stuff.
well, like for example, that scene where he like jams like the hypodermic needle and he roars. A human being doesn't roar like that.
True.
I'm sorry.
By the way, you can do that in the Aliens versus Predator game for Xbox 360 because you can play as a Predator, which is just as satisfying as that sounds. You can actually take the skull and spine out of someone.
Oh, here, have you ever played the game Predator Concrete Jungle?
No, I haven't.
It's a game for like the PS2 and Xbox, so it might be backwards compatible. It's a really good Predator game.
Yes, but so the Predator's like wiping guys out. What'd you guys think of the way Billy died, where we don't see him die, we just see him like strip, take out a machete, and then all of a sudden we just hear him screaming?
Like, you go first, Nick.
Sorry, could say this question again, please?
What do you think of the death of Belly that we never see? We just see him strip, take out the machete, and then we just hear him screaming.
It's kind of probably a censorship because, like, I don't want you to like see his body and he gets flayed later.
Maybe or so. No. What happens is that we see his body in that. I mean, we see a couple of them because the Predator despines them.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things he does. Like he can take the head like scorpion style and lift it up, but also he just takes the skin and inflates it. By
the way, do you know in the Predator they explain why they take the skulls?
They're trophies.
No, it's not that. I wish it was just that. What it is in the Predator, in other words, the Autism Predator movie, that's what I'm going to call it because that's the movie where they want to weaponize autism. They take it because they're trying to take all of the traits of like the greatest warriors on these planets and try to hybridize them into a hybrid Predator.
Yeah, and because like the thing about the Predators is they're kind of like Klingons, where it's like they have honor. It's a twisted sense of honor, but like they live for the hunt.
Yeah, that's the way they test their warriors. In other words, your final test before you're accepted into the pack is they drop you and in a planet. You have to hunt the most powerful life form.
You know, I just realized something. I realized there's a comic that I want to see so badly.
What?
Kraven versus Predator.
Yeah, that would actually work really well. I mean, we had Batman versus Predator and Superman,
which was really good, really good.
Then you had just JLA versus Predators, which was stupid.
Yeah, but like, yeah, because like the Predators are usually pretty honorable. Like, if you actually beat a Predator, like for example, you see this in Predator 2 when Danny Glover's character actually beats a Predator, and like all the elder Predators they don't kill him. In fact, they give him a trophy. They're like, they acknowledge like, okay, you beat one of our own, fair and square. You're cool. Here, take this. Which, by the way, that gun is what links to Prey.
Yeah, I was about to say that gun is in Prey. Immediately, when Tyler and I were watching it, I was like, wait a second here. I know that. But yeah, 100%. The Predators are like the elites from Halo, the Klingons. And what's cool, remember, Predator 2 is what hinted that the aliens exist and that they're sharing a universe with aliens.
I wouldn't say hinted, more as explicitly stated, because what Jared is referring to is when Danny Glover's character goes onto the spaceship, you can actually see the xenomorph skulls. And I will say the pairing of the Predator and Alien franchise is probably one of the most genius moves in all of fiction, because the Predators are the ultimate hunters. The aliens, the xenomorphs, are the ultimate prey. Like, they literally go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you have like they had the Aliens versus Predator comic, and then the infinitely less cool Alien versus Predator movies, which should have been a slam dunk. But still, the first one was okay. The second one was utter crap.
And then you have some really cool games, like literally the only good Atari Jaguar game, Alien versus Predator. And then you have some Alien versus Predator games for like PC. I already shouted out Concrete Jungle. And yeah, there's been some just don't play Aliens Colonial Marines. Please do not.
I did. I played it. I beat it. It's fun. It's limited but fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put it this way: if you want to play a good Colonial Marines game, just play Aliens versus Predator. That's it. You can play as an alien, a predator, and a human. Unfortunately, you can't play as a pred alien, which I would love to. But the point is, that was one of the coolest things because I see that giant skull and I'm like, you're right, Nick. I'm like, this makes a lot of sense because again, going off of that, that's actually one of the ultimate ways they prove their warriors. They say you have to hunt a xenomorph.
No. It's not not just a xenomorph. They have to clear out an alien hive nest, which means a team of 5 predators goes into an alien hive nest with an alien queen.
Mm-hmm.
Get your hands off of her, you bee. You know, and they have to clear it out. 5 predators. I think even with just their glaives.
Even with 3, I mean, because in AVP it was just 3 of them.
Yeah, and like shout out to Dark Horse Comics. Like they were the ones who really got like this was even before Alien. Like the only reason they include the alien skull was really as a shout out to those Dark Horse Comics, which have been laying the groundwork for a couple of years before Alien Predator 2.
Yeah, they had the cool. That's where you get like the predators actually have personalities instead of just being monsters. That they actually adopt a human female into, and she becomes a predator is really cool. I should start covering those. Those would be really fun.
Yeah, and it's like there's also that really cool story where they tell the story of like the gun of you had a pirate and a predator fighting side by side against other pirates. Like, you need to read that comic. You would love it.
Fun fact, did you know the original plot for Shane Black's The Predator, the original plot before they turned it into autism, was the alien so the plot of the movie, there's a civil war among the predators. And then the plot would have been some rebel predators land on Earth and team up with the humans against the evil predators.
There are remnants of that plot still in the script. Like there's still some remnants of that kind of plot line.
But here's why it's stupid. In that movie, so the Predator's coming to give us a weapon. He's supposed to help us, right? He literally wakes up and starts killing the humans.
They could have played that better because, like, it could have been like he was confused and they start attacking him and he starts defending himself. Like,
yeah,
like, or even just like he wakes up and they have all the guns pointed on him, so like he feels threatened, and then it would have been like, I thought you were trying to kill me. I was acting in self-defense. Which, yeah, that would be a reasonable thing to assume, but like, I don't know.
But no, he just wakes up and goes, I'm going to, it could be going off of that. He was scared because he woke up on strapped to a medical table and people were experimenting on him. So I could see that. It's just, they should have done more in terms of script, but that's why you have an action figure of the Predator in military fatigues. That's a reference to the original script.
Also, the ending scene where they have like that Power Ranger Predator suit is so freaking stupid.
Do you know what that was originally going to be? That was originally going to be Ellen Ripley back in time.
Wait, Ellen Ripley, yeah. but he's from Aliens.
Yeah, or Newt.
Predator. This is Predator.
No, I'm talking about that. I love Nick's face, the confusion. The utter confusion on Nick's face.
If this is an Alien versus Predator movie, like, okay. Oh my god.
No, but Nick, beyond that, Ripley's like, how are they doing time travel? Because she's like hundreds of years in the future.
Like, I know they've had, like, some of the Alien films, they have her cryo, they clone her, which that's fine. That's fine. Like, you want to bring her like 500 years in the future and just say, oh, we cloned you. Oh, you were in cryo for 100 years. Yeah, it's fine. That's whatever. But like turning her back in time,
yeah.
Like I do know, like I think Arnie was supposed to show up in like Predators, the Raul Rodriguez.
Oh yeah,
I think it was.
But by the way, either that or it was gonna. It was Newt. It was either Newt, Ripley, or Dutch. They should have just done Dutch. And
I mean,
Dutch is Arnie's character in Predator, for those that don't know. They could have just done that.
Or even Danny Glover's character.
They could have done any of them. But the minute I hear like characters from the far distant future, I'm like, I didn't know the Predators have time travel technology. And they do the really crappy distorted CGI from The Flash, and they're like, no, that's it. The Predator goes, no, that's intentional. It's to conceal their identity. I had to. That's fun. You know what I'm referencing.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, like, I would even mind, like, if you have Predators, like, one of the things is, like, you have an ancestor of Wayland. Like you have like one of the early Waylands in there. Like fine, you wanna like bring some elements of Alien in there, like the early stuff. Sure.
Yeah. But I mean, the other problem is that when you get into Aliens versus Predator, that breaks the cardinal rule of Aliens is that the xenomorphs can never get to Earth. Because if they get onto Earth, it's over. They multiply way too much and they're going to kill you.
There have been comic books. See, like the reason why we'll never see aliens on Earth is because it's too much of a COVID analogy.
That too, yeah, because they would spread like a plague.
Yes, and in today's like maybe in 10 years we can make another plague thing, but like anything that has that kind of plague stuff is no go because you'll get like, oh, COVID analogy or whatever.
But the thing is, so going back to Predator, the original Predator, what I like about this movie is that it's self-contained. They didn't have to do sequels to this, but I do. I like the only sequel for Predator that I like is Predator 2 because it's a new environment. It's a city, the concrete jungle, if you will.
Okay. So I haven't seen Predator 2. I have seen Predators, the one done by Robert Rodriguez, and I love it. It's a really good solid movie.
That's the other really good sequel to Predator.
Also, shout out to Prey.
And Prey, yes, I can't not. Yeah, Prey is awesome.
Prey is legit. Prey is legit.
Yeah. They could have easily gone SJW with Prey, but somehow they didn't, and I'm like, thank you.
What I'll say is they went right up to that line. Like a few moments, like when they're tied up and the bro is like, "You're the best. You're the best. You've always been the best." That was like, but for most part, I thought it was fine. Or like, oh, only girls can be warriors. Like I said, they went right up to that line.
For me, though, I feel like coming back to Predator, the Predator discussion, I feel like with this movie, it definitely felt like, I'm straight into it. Loved like the CGI was really good for its time.
It actually holds up pretty well when you think about it.
Yeah, it stands the test of time. It still does.
Probably because there's not. Granted, the cloaking looks a little like actually distorted. It's supposed to, and this is where it's believable that the CGI you could essentially write off the datedness of the cloaked Predator as it's a distortion because of the cloak. So I'm like,
I mean, yeah, it's not even writing it off. It's a perfectly valid explanation.
And by the way,
it's a distortion of light. It's kind of a cloaking, and like I think it works just fine. I know like the heat shots I believe are CG, like when they show like the heat.
But they look so cool though.
Yeah,
the plasma caster is rotoscoped, if I remember correctly. Like
but still,
I mean that's fine. It's a laser shot.
And by the way, I think that's by the way. So fun fact. Here's a really fun fact for you guys. When you play Ghost Recon Wildlands, so it's a game where you're launched into Bolivia. Teladia knows what I'm talking about. There is a DLC, Nick. That's for free where you fight an actual predator.
Yes, you do.
Then when you beat him, you get to use his mask. And what's cool is that when you go into thermal mode, it actually distorts everyone's voices, like what the Predator hears. It is hard. That is the most difficult battle in the entire game.
It is. And you know what's so funny? Is the distortion CGI is much better than the Flash distorted CGI. I gotta bring that up.
No, but I will say this. You know why I think the effects hold up to your point, Teladia? Most of this movie is practical. The monster is practical. The arms falling off is practical. Most of the really intense stuff is practical, and they only use a little bit of CGI, and that helps.
Well, the thing is, they really didn't start getting heavy into 3D until the 90s. Like in the 80s was kind of still the era of an experimentation. Like you had stuff like The Abyss was the first time you had a fully CG character, and that was literally just one scene. Like Star Wars, the original trilogy had CG. Like A New Hope, like the map scene is CG. Or in Return of the Jedi, when they do like the hologram of the Death Star when they're in the meeting,
Mhm.
that's CG. Well, that's very, very early CG stuff like Tron, and you had a lot of other stuff, but it was really the age of experimentation. They hadn't really got a good handle on it. So of course, like CG really didn't get going until you had the 1-2 punch of Terminator 2 and then Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but to my point, it's like that's why I like watching a lot of movies from this time period, because they weren't so reliant on CG. They actually had to like make it look real, and that's why you can rewatch these movies like even nowadays in the age of like Avengers Endgame, and you're like, this still looks good.
Yeah,
Plus the
because
fact,
the problem is like certain CG should be is a tool. It's used to accentuate stuff. Like you have directors like George Méliès, who understand that. Like there are CG heavy shots in Fury Road.
yeah,
But when you look at what he did, like a lot of the stuff he did was like set extensions and stuff like that. You're like, holy crap, that was actually CGI, and that's CGI at its best. CGI at its best is when you don't know it's there.
like Superman's black suit in the Snyder Cut, because really, if Zack Snyder didn't say that was CGI, I would have assumed he made a black suit.
Well,
Yeah, it would have been
well,
practical.
it's also partially. Well, the thing is, this is where Zack Snyder's genius comes in, because he specifically had the suit made. And Jared, you know exactly what I'm about to say. He specifically had the suit made in a way so that if he wanted to turn it black later, he could very easily do that. See, Zack Snyder is a director. He had the forethought to do that so that if he wanted to do it later, he could. He made his job easier because he was smart enough to plan.
That's why the blue and red suit from the non-existent cut of Justice League looks so funky, because he was like, no, if in the case they let me do the actual black suit, I'm gonna color it so that I can easily just hit a setting on Photoshop and it just goes black. And plus lighting and everything. But back to Predator. But by the way, that was the Comics League obligatory reference to Zack Snyder. We always have to bring him up once every piece of content. But the thing about the Predator also, when you think about it, it's a very simple plot, but yet somehow it's one of the most memorable plots ever. Guy and team go in to save hostages. Team gets killed. Guy fights alien. That's it. But it's so good.
Yeah, and I know some people have called it out, like for him and the woman. There's like no romance between him and the woman. There's no big kiss,
but there doesn't
like,
have to be.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but a lot of the movies of that time, they kind of did those like egregious kind of things, and I don't know, like the final shot of the movie is them collapsed in the chopper. They're all exhausted, but yeah, it literally, if you just went through that would be my reaction too. It's like, kiss you. Why would I want to kiss you? I literally have I literally have two of my teammates' blood in my mouth right now. So,
and I'm covered in mud as well. So it's like, that's just gonna be icky.
Yeah, and it's not even warm. It's not even warm mud either. It's all cold.
But yeah, so it's that point, and you see, so the final battle, and Thotham brought it up. Let's talk about that final battle, because throughout this whole thing, Arnold is like learning what the Predator does. Like at one point, he's being chased by the Predator. He jumps down a waterfall, lands, and gets all muddied up. Then the Predator just walks right by him, so he's like, he can't see in mud. Did you just say Hickey? What's up, Kingdom of Nerds?
What's up, Christopher?
Yes, we did. But so he falls, and then he gets like covered in mud. The Predator can't see him, so he's like, okay, he can't see me in mud. So he literally cakes himself in mud and sets up. He basically, Nick, he basically R-rated Home Alone's his little fortress up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you keep wanting that Saw movie with Kevin McAllister. No, I want the Saw movie with Dutch.
Hey, what's up, David? How you doing? Yeah, and then he literally shows up. The way he actually calls the Predator, he goes.
Jared, I realize that's behind the scenes footage of when you realized the Snyder Cut was happening, but you don't have to keep spamming it.
No, that was behind the scenes after I watched the Snyder Cut for the first time.
That movie really made you a man, didn't it?
Yeah, and actually, this was me when Lad and I decided to form Comics League. We were like, yeah!
Lad, you son of a D.
Yes, exactly. And here's me every time Nick says a really bad pun.
You give up position one more time, I'll bleed you real quiet.
Yeah,
But
he has to.
it's-
He has
it's
to
just-
play that.
But so it's that really awesome fight scene, and I love where so he's gonna fight the predator. So the predator's coming after him. He's like, "Come on, do it!" I'm not gonna play the clip because I don't want to get copyright.
Copyright. Yeah.
So then the predator starts to go away, and then Arnold's like, screw it." He drops a log on it, and then the predator's done, and then the predator starts like activating its little wrist bomb, and then it starts laughing like I think it was Jesse Ventura's laugh. Because it can imitate speech patterns. You could do that in the Aliens vs. Predator game, by the way, and then kill people. But so then it's like the bomb's going to go off because the Predators have this thing about other people getting their technology, obviously. But and then, yeah, he escapes. But again, it's a very simple plot. But when you watch it, it's like, yes, it's one of those classic movies that you really don't want to... that you really want to see come back.
And then it comes back and you're like, oh.
But here's the thing. Now that Prey came out and was successful with the whole American Indian version, how about we have a samurai? You could say a 2100 samurai Predator thing. I had to.
Jared,
come on.
Watch.
Zero versus the Predator.
Just watch. I say, hey, Jared, so I just had a meeting with Disney and I just got a license. 2100 Samurai versus Predator, so.
Or Nick, how about that thing versus Avery Fletcher?
I don't know. Okay, but
Roman Predator.
Yeah, that's kind of the question I wanted to ask you guys. So since we're kind of in like time period people kind of thing, what time period and what type of warrior would you like? Like, obviously the big one is samurai, which, by the way, before we do that, while you're thinking, I'm going to tell the story of my proposal.
I got mine.
Okay, but I want to tell them, like, here's how a samurai predator story would work, okay? So you have a samurai. Samurai serve their masters, okay? So let's say the samurai is escorting their shogun. And the shogun gets killed. And the samurai is now a ronin. So the ronin goes off into the forest to try and find the thing that killed its master. And so it's like a cat and mouse game in Japanese forest. And the final fight is bamboo, is in like one of those bamboo forests. And it's like,
So here's mine.
What is your profession?
Can you imagine an ancient Spartan versus the Predator?
This is Sparta!
Yeah, it does that.
Line.
No,
that should be the final line.
What I would do, if I were doing this movie, here's what I would do. It cuts the Predator's neck, and then Leonidas goes, "This is Sparta!" Kicks its head off. No, but don't. David has a good one. Viking Barbarian. Ooh, I could definitely see that.
No. The sequel to The Northman is a Predator movie, and you have Skarsgård's character.
He dies though.
He's not dead. He's not dead anymore. I'm pulling. This is a multiverse movie. So
they retcon it.
I am altering the deal.
No, you know what it is? No, Nick, you know what it is? He actually didn't die. He went into ancient Norse witness protection. That's my excuse for everything.
No. He went into a Viking healing coma.
No, he went in a super soldier coma.
No,
like
I got it.
No. What happens is a portal opens up and then Goku walks out, throws him a senzu bean, then walks back on the portal, goes back to his universe.
No, but Nick, I got another one. I want to fight a Predator. Johnny Lawrence.
No, John Wick.
No, Cobra Kai versus a Predator.
No, even better. The Predator films exist in this universe, so it's Johnny and Daniel. They're hiking out in the woods, and it's like, dude, this is a Predator. It's like a Predator predator movie. No, Johnny, it's not a predator. It's probably just some drunk or meth that is. And then Daniel actually sees it, like, it's actually a predator. And so because Johnny has seen all the predator films, like, come on, that is like the most Cobra Kai plot ever.
And what they do is after they defeat it, because they defeat it, they cut its head off and like mount it on top of Cobra Kai.
No, I got better.
Well, I'm sure the U.S. government would have some words for that. But.
Yeah. What's the better one, Teladia?
The Power Rangers taking on the Predator.
I don't know. That's kind of an unfair fight because like the Power Rangers do, like the power suits are armor, and they actually could like also depending on the Power Ranger, like Green Ranger versus a Predator. My money's on the Green Ranger.
No, but Nick, Rita augments the Predator, and then you have like to
Yes.
make the monster grow, and you have a Megazord.
Make my Predator grow.
Yes, exactly. And then you have like a Megazord versus a Predator.
Oh no,
Exactly.
I have the best one. I have the best one ever. Chris Hansen versus Predator.
And
No,
the movie is called no. To Catch a Predator. That's the name of the movie.
Like the Predator literally walks in, and Chris Hansen's like, "Please."
Brucifer's got
No, wait, Nick,
Godzilla.
Nick. At the end of the movie, Chris Hansen goes, and I guess I caught a predator.
But Jared, look at what Brucifer said. Godzilla vs. King
Hey.
President.
No, it's too.
What's up, JJheat?
That's
No,
stop.
an army of predators. Should I watch the Predator series? I've never seen watch the first one, the second one, Predators and Prey. You're good to go.
Get to the movie
Yes, exactly.
Get to
Good.
the movie now.
Yeah, but let's see,
now.
no, I got another one that I want to see. I would love to see a movie, a Batman versus Predator movie, but it's Ben Affleck Batman. Like, can you
That would be
imagine?
a
But it's
dream.
immediately pre BVS Ben Affleck, so it's the murderous Batman.
And it plays out exactly like it plays out exactly
It's pretty
like
much shot for shot the comic, particularly Jeremy Irons Alfred with the elephant gun shooting the Predator.
By the way, quick tangent. Speaking of crossovers, so let's say they do come out with the Jamie Foxx Spawn movie. How would you like it if they did a Batman Spawn movie with Ben
Yes!
Affleck and Jamie Foxx?
Yes.
I mean, there was a fan film of Batman vs. Predator, I believe,
Yeah, there
online.
was. I need to check that. I don't have the comic. I have the Batman Spawn comic, which is dope. But
I
gosh.
know. Has there been a Wolverine versus Predator comic?
It's coming out now. I need to pick that. I'm gonna pick that up when I go to my LCS. But yes, it's happening right now. And can you imagine Hugh Jackman's Predator versus Predator?
Ooh.
And
clothes coming
here's
out
how I
like
would do
this.
this. No. Here's how I would do this. The Predator screams like, "Rah!" And then Hugh Jackman does the Wolverine scream, and then they charge at each other.
Or what? I got one for you. What if the face hugger gets onto Wolverine? It chest bursts, but Wolverine still heals. So you have a Pred Wolverine and a
Wait.
alien Wolverine.
How would it get out of his chest? He's got an adamantium skeleton.
It would go in between the rib cages.
It couldn't do that with Superman.
All right, then basically it tries to get out, it dies, and Wolverine's like he's gonna have a bad stomachache.
He's
for a
got
while, but he still lives.
indigestion. That's what happened to Superman because he got face hugged. The alien just broke its neck trying to get out, and he's like,
Or imagine if like Deadpool gets face hugged.
he's like, oh no, I'm Ellen Ripley.
Like, and then it comes out, and it's a alien Deadpool, and Wade's gonna survive. But just like
No, wait, it's an alien Deadpool that actually is self-aware and talks to the audience.
Marvel, can you please write this? I might actually buy it.
That would be so. I would so write that comic. Can you imagine that? Predator's like, oh my gosh, the alien's so handsome.
Also, movie theater. We need to answer movie theater's kind of question real quick. So the Chris Hansen, he's the guy who did like the Catch the Predator series on NBC. I was making a joke. I was kind of making.
You're making a joke that if we made a Predator movie, it would be the Predator versus Chris Hansen, and at the end of the movie, he would go, "I caught a predator." You have to. That has to be the last line of the movie. It pans up, and he goes, "I caught a predator."
Just imagine, like, okay, so like the cold open is a predator stalking someone, and the predator goes in. And then all of a sudden it cuts to like the Catch a Predator angle, and Chris Hansen comes in. It's like, take a seat.
I'm
And
surprised
then-
no one's done. I'm surprised no one has done like a parody of that, where like someone's in a Predator suit, and then someone playing Chris Hansen walks in. He goes, "Why don't you have a seat?" The Predator just sits down.
I have these conversations with Miss Ripley here. It's like, I will skewer you. I will shove my glaive so far up there, just like
yeah. But that's good. I love that. But so let's talk about right now. I want to talk about for the rest of the stream because we're done with talking about the Predator. Let's talk about what Predator crossover is. Let's continue the discussion. What DC characters and Marvel characters would we want to see crossover?
any
with Predator
comic
in a movie?
character.
Any comic character. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go with. Okay, I know this would be super one-sided, but just for like one, maybe like the gods take Wonder Woman's invulnerability and speed away, and it's just Wonder Woman versus the Predator. So she still has her training and sword and shield, but it's versus a Predator.
See, the thing is, while Diana is a great warrior, she's not that good on the hunt.
No,
So-
but the thing is stalking her, and then eventually she has to like because Diana is intelligent enough.
In a
to, like,
one-on-one
ambush
fight, she could hold her own. But
Mhm.
in a like ambush hunting, that kind of scenario, she's not as good. Like, she's not as skilled in that arena. Like, Batman is skilled, kind of with that kind of thing. But like Wonder Woman, one-on-one fight, Wonder Woman could probably defeat the Predator.
Speaking of one-handed fights, Hulk versus the Predator.
No, it would be a two-handed fight. It'd go like this.
Yeah. Speaking of a
Puny Predator.
one-sided fight, yeah, puny Predator. But I like the Hulk versus everyone. The Hulk versus everyone will be a fun fight. It's Planet Hulk.
Daredevil versus Predator.
Oh, that would be cool. Like the Punisher versus the Predator, and what the Punisher does is he takes out the bomb so it's not going to explode. So he like gears up, and then on the Predator like chest plate he puts the skull.
Actually,
No.
no,
He takes the mask.
Jared.
He spray paints on the mask.
Jared, here's my Predator Punisher story. It takes place in Vietnam, while Frank is like in this, because you know how Frank was originally a Vietnam vet. Now he's
In
Iraq.
the original
but, like,
comics, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so this is Frank in Vietnam. He hasn't come back. His family, like, this is during his military days, but it's in Vietnam, and the Predator is taking out soldiers in Vietnam. And so he is tasked with his team to go and try and find the sniper, and it turns out to be a Predator. And the only one left standing is Frank Castle.
I love that. I got one.
And the way the book ends, flash forward 5 years, and his family gets killed. So what does he do? Opens his drawer. He basically, instead of being the Punisher, he's the Predator, and he stalks people using the Predator mask.
But the Predator mask has the Punisher skull spray painted on it.
Yes.
My thing.
Or he wears a T-shirt with the Predator symbol on it.
That's true. How about you, Teladia? Give me a good crossover with the Predator. It can be any comic character.
Well,
Now I want to have a fan art created of like Frank.
Please do that. Anyone who's a competent artist, draw that. What do you want to? So what crossover? Any comic character, Teladia?
I would like to see Superman versus Predator.
That's gonna end in like 2 seconds.
But I also like to see Athena. Your character.
Again, it's gonna end in 2 seconds.
Or maybe Screecher. Just saying.
Again, it'll end in 2 seconds, except on the Predator side.
No. I think she has a fighting chance, especially because Avery's smart. Avery's like quick on her feet. Remember, she's a Batman archetype, so like I would give her a chance. I like, especially with like her.
So.
I mean, yeah, but also you're biased with Athena
because my character has the powers of a god. Yours has no powers.
Batman has no powers.
But he's Batman.
Jared, we literally did an episode of Comics Watch where we debunked that.
Nick,
like, dear God, brother.
Here's the issue, Nick. Batman's more trained than Screecher is.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Well, we're in my reality because it's my show, so there you go. I'm trying to think. What would be a really kick-ass, by the way, in reference to the Daredevil versus Predator, the blind versus the blind.
Oh, I got one for you.
I got one. Spider-Man.
No. Okay, what if the Obi-Wan show, took entirely this is so that era Obi-Wan, and it's technically tightly on Tatooine, but he's being hunted by a predator.
On Tatooine, but that doesn't work. It's all flat ground.
I mean, there's rocks and whatnot. There's places to hide.
There's a reason why they've always had the predator in like a jungle or like a woods environment. On Endor, that would work.
Okay, fine. This is fine. Let's go to the Clone Wars period, okay? And let's say that Anakin is taking a detachment of clone troopers through the jungles of Felucia.
That I could see. A predator is riding an Acklay. Oh gosh, that'd be so badass. I got one. Venom versus a predator. Then yes, thank you, David. And then during the fight, the symbiote gets on a predator, and then we get a venomized predator.
By the way, during this thing, the predator mimics Anakin's mother.
No, it has to see them. It has to actually see them, Nick. That's not the way it works.
It finds a way, it finds video recording.
Nick, that doesn't work. That doesn't work.
I don't care. It's a cool story beat. It's a cool story beat. Come on.
No, but a venomized predator.
That would work.
Ooh.
Imagine that, dude. Venomized freaking predator. What's another one? I could see Captain America fighting a predator. That'd be kind of fun.
No,
Yeah.
I would say also Null, the god Venom.
That's gonna end in two. The predator's not making it
Yeah.
out of that one. No, the predator's not making it out of that one. Sorry. That's like saying Darkseid versus a predator. That's not gonna end well for the predator.
I'm trying to think of other characters who are more street, Luke Cage.
Red
versus the
Hood.
Predator. No, Luke Cage versus the Predator.
Again, because he has unbreakable skin. It works more if you put more human characters.
Deathstroke.
I mean, his skin. Deathstroke would be good.
Deathstroke can work.
Oh my god, that would be a
let's
good
see.
book too.
How about here's a story. Hear me out on this. So it turns out they retcon that throughout history, Ra's al Ghul has been fighting the Predator, and every time he dies, he goes into the Lazarus pit. So the Predator has been fighting Ra's al Ghul for centuries.
Okay, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Gamora and or Drax versus a Predator.
That I could see more of. That I could see being more of a fair fight. It's still skewed a little bit more toward Gamora and Drax, but still, I'm I could see that.
I mean, honestly, you could probably just make this a Guardian story because, it would take the entire Guardian to take down. No, it's a team of 2 or 3 Predators versus the Guardians of the Galaxy.
2 or 3 Predators wins. But by the way, I got another one. Predator versus the Joker, and then he becomes Jokerized. A Jokerized Predator. Thank you. I will accept my prize.
The Joker is really not much of a hand-to-hand combatment. Plus, the Predator easily wins this because, the Joker.
It's true.
The only reason the Joker is able to survive is because Batman hasn't killed him yet.
No, it's because the DC editorial won't allow him to die. Bane is a good one. I wondered
what would break first, your glaze or your body.
I would love for a brief thing. Poison Ivy tries to tries to fight the Predator. She goes in for a kiss. It takes off its mask, and then she's like, and then just kills her.
No. He takes off the mask, and then Poison Ivy says,
Titan Joker.
Ugly mother ecker.
There you go. Titan Joker from Arkham, maybe.
Yeah. Think about it.
I got one for you. Dan Slott versus the Predator.
No. I got one. Green Lantern, and then the Predator gets a yellow ring. Because here's the thing. Here's what you have to understand. In Jeff Johns' run, he had Ethan draw. He basically had Ethan draw a Yellow Lantern Predator.
And the Predators do work off of fear, so I could see them being a Yellow Lantern.
Oh, I got it. Katana.
Katana's a one-trick pony. No. Oliver Green Arrow versus Predator.
That I could see. That'd be cool. until Dinah shows up and screams the Predator to death. Let's see. What's another good one? How about in terms of I would say
It's hard for Marvel characters
it's
because
hard
there's
for
no.
Oh,
Master
okay.
Chief. Master Chief versus the Predator.
Master Chief. Oh, no. But what was the Batgirl of the early 2000s? What was her name?
Stephanie Brown? No, Cassandra Cain.
Cassandra Cain, Batgirl versus
Yes.
Predator. Like, or Damian Wayne,
All right.
Damian Robin versus the Predator.
I got one. So here's the story. It's a team of like 3 or 4 Predators. So let's go off of that. So we'll say like if this take place in the DC universe, it's gonna be very obvious in a second. There's gonna be Santa Prisca, let's say. There's like everyone's getting like murdered there because of the Predators, but we don't know that yet. So the U.S. government wants to find out what's happening, but again, Santa Prisca, they can't exactly send the Justice League, so they send the Suicide Squad.
I could see them maybe pulling out the win.
Yeah.
By the way,
Especially if they have Enchantress with them.
by the way, who mentioned Super Sons? Because
Oh yeah, what's up, Tavia? But I want to see creator, but yeah.
I got a scenario for you. Okay,
Mhm.
So we have 4 humans from the DC or Marvel universe. They have to be street level characters. I'm doing that so you
Yeah.
don't put street level characters from Marvel or DC.
Does Batman count?
I know because it's too easy, but
okay.
Technically
I'll
he
take
does, but I'm excluding him because he's too powerful.
Yeah,
And it's Marvel
I'll
or
give
DC.
you that. Mhm.
Also,
Jerry, I got a
Spider-Man.
good one.
But no. They go to the hunting grounds from predators.
Yeah. Okay. So let's actually, Nick, that's a fantastic game. We're gonna each build a team. So my 4 are going to be
Marvel or DC.
Marvel or DC. I'm gonna be a mix of Marvel and DC because it's a
That is
multiverse. So
perfectly
screw
fine.
it. So screw
Yeah,
it.
that's perfectly fine.
So on Marvel, my team is gonna be Frank Castle because why not? Just Frank Castle, not in the War Machine armor. Just Frank Castle.
Also, only one Bat Family character.
Okay, good. That's an excellent idea. So, Frank.
I got a good one.
Oh no, Teladia.
Let Jared
gonna
go.
go. We're each gonna go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go. So I got Frank Castle first. Second Marvel character is going to be. I'm not gonna go Iron Man because too like powerful.
Iron Man is not street level anyway, so.
Captain America, I don't count as street level because, he doesn't. I'm gonna go with, if I have to go with Marvel for street level, and I would have to go with.
I mean, you can go with DC as well. You can mix them up.
No, I know. It's just I'm doing my 2 Marvel characters first.
Okay, so you don't have to mix Marvel or DC. Like you can go all Marvel or DC.
I got it.
If you want.
Natasha. No, I got instead of Castle, Winter Soldier and Natasha Romanoff.
Well, if you can get them to stop kissing for 5
Yeah,
minutes.
exactly. And Tevia, we're not doing Super Sons versus the Predator.
What's
Because
everything got to do with Super
Because Tevia, they do not count because it's street level. No one with God powers.
But
wait. So my 2 DC characters, my Bat Family member is going to be. I'm gonna have to go with probably. Well, actually, I'm not gonna do a Bat Family member. Dinah Lance. Actually, no, because she has powers. Can I have someone that has powers?
Yes, but their abilities have to be street level.
So does Canary count?
Yes. He counts.
I'll go with Black Canary, and then my other DC character.
The street level rule is mostly just so you don't have like Superman or Wonder Woman on the team. Like,
I'm not doing that.
The uber powerful characters.
I'm gonna go with. Actually, I will go with a Bat Family character. I'm probably gonna go with. Screw it, Jason Todd.
Okay.
So the way I did this, the reason I picked these ones, they're ones that either have no powers or a little power, but they rely mostly on their own individual hand-to-hand fighting skills and their resourcefulness. Because that's why the Predator works so well, because Arnold uses his resourcefulness to outsmart the Predator.
Mm-hmm.
So, Teladia, you're next.
Okay, so I was thinking for Marvel, maybe Ghost Rider, but I don't know if he's street level.
Ghost Rider, no.
No.
Iron Fist.
Iron
Yep.
Fist is allowed.
Oh, okay. Okay, that works.
I mean,
Iron
street
Fist-
yeah, like Iron Fist is powerful, but he's still like relatively street level.
Yeah. And for DC, I would have to say, let me think. I would have to say for DC, the Injustice universe, going into that universe, and because they have the kryptonite pill, I would have to say Nightwing.
But Teladia,
Why are you going to Injustice for Nightwing? Like,
yeah,
what the
Teladia,
hell?
you can't give them god powers because that's what the pill does.
Oh, okay. Never mind. then.
You can still use Nightwing, that's fine, but still.
The whole purpose of street level characters is so that we can avoid, like, dude.
Yeah. But you can still use Nightwing. You don't even have to go into the Injustice universe. You can, in other words, avoid the Nightwing that died horribly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So the Nightwing that died.
Okay. Okay, so
Are you using main universe Nightwing then?
Yeah.
all right, so
Okay.
recap your team real quick.
So it's Iron Fist and Nightwing.
Okay, you need
then
two
who
more.
else?
Okay, for Marvel's second one, I would have to say that doesn't use his powers is Agent Coulson.
Okay, Phil Coulson, you can use that. That counts.
All right. I don't understand why, but okay.
He's a government agent. He used a lot of resourcefulness.
And
Right.
as for DC, I would like to see another Bat Family member, and I think
Only
Kate
one.
Jane-
Only one.
Oh, only
That was the
one.
rule.
Okay.
Yeah,
only
I
one.
laid out these rules several times, so pay
Okay.
attention.
All good, Nick. Don't worry about it.
I would also say possibly Steel.
John Henry Irons. Can you use someone that has a suit like that, Nick?
It's stretching it. Like, Teladia, I really don't care that you keep trying to stretch these rules. Please pick someone else.
It's hard.
It's really not.
Just pick anyone that. I'll tell you what. Pick anyone that doesn't have a mech suit or anyone that doesn't have powers.
Okay, Oliver Queen.
All right.
That works. All right, Nick. Wow us with your anti-predator squad.
All right. So I'm gonna get the Bat Family person out of the way first. For me, it would either be Damien or Cassandra. I think I'd probably go with Damien. I feel like in a Predator situation, like Cassie would be resourceful. I think Damien would probably be the better pick because he kind of thing.
Here's the thing about
And then-
Cassie, though. Here's why Cassie could be a better pick, because Cassie literally does not stop until the mission's complete and she doesn't make a sound.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Cassie's definitely stealthy and whatever, but the Damien is more of an all-arounder. Like, he is more of an all-arounder, just smart guy, resourceful, and whatnot. Okay, so then from there, probably on the Marvel side, I'd probably go with Luke Cage.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, because if we have Loud Iron Fist, I think Luke Cage is fine.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
All right, yeah, because he's definitely my bruiser. He's my tank, kind of thing. Probably Nat. Actually, no. Hawkeye.
Hey, there you go. I like that. Well, the question is, which Hawkeye, Kate or Clint?
Clint.
Okay, there you go. I guess that would work.
Let's see here.
It's a good squadron. We each have really good teams. I would love to see in a movie. I picked all the murderers. That's the funny part.
I got one more pick, and I'm gonna jump back to DC for this one. I'm trying to do ones that are you don't really see a lot. I'm kind of thinking Bronze Tiger, maybe, or just people who are resourceful.
Just pick someone that's Deadshot. How about Deadshot?
No, Deathstroke.
Yep, there you go. That works. I would love to see Slade fight a Predator.
Okay, so my team is Damien, Deathstroke, Iron Fist, Natasha. Natasha. And no, I mean Hawkeye. Sorry, Hawkeye.
And by the way, when the Winter Soldier's on my team, the version I'm picking is the Captain America version. he has to be Captain America because that's the only that's the version of Bucky I love.
All right. Sure.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. I picked all the murderers. You know what that kind of amounts to? I made the Predators movie. That's what I went with. But
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, we need to cover more of these movies sometime.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. I would love that. So before we wrap up, let's discuss. All right. Let's discuss the plan for the rest of the month because we're going to talk about the other movies that we're going to cover. Because remember, this
spooky season.
This is spooky season. So Nick, do you want to outline to the audiences a few of the movies we're going to be covering?
I can't exactly remember the movies we agreed to cover. I know what the last one's going to be, but I can't remember the other three.
Okay, so one of them is going to be, I believe in like 2 weeks or like a week, is going to be Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham.
All right, so next week I will not be here for movie night.
Okay.
Actually, I might be because I'm doing a convention. It ends at 3:30, so I might be able to come by.
Okay.
But so that's that next week we're doing the King of Gotham.
We can do it next week, or we could do it the week after, whichever one.
Yeah, but what are the other movies we got on the docket?
We really should write this down.
So
actually,
I know.
How about this?
The 28th. We are doing Ghostbusters. I know that.
Yes. Okay. So I know. So we're doing a Doom That Came to Gotham, and then Ghostbusters. That's for sure. Teladia, since you're here, you can pick a Halloween movie.
So because I can be here for next week, because I won't be here for the week after.
Yeah.
So
except one rule: it can't be a DC movie because since we already have one.
It's not a DC movie.
Okay.
Okay. For Halloween, a Halloween theme would be Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Okay.
I love that movie as a kid. In fact, I actually still have the PlayStation 1 game over here. So,
all right, that'll work.
Actually, you know what we could do? While we're doing the review, I could actually be playing it on stream.
No, I can't do that because copyright stuff, Nick.
Copyright.
No, game footage is okay.
No, I don't want to risk it, Nick. Particularly when I'm monetized, I cannot risk that.
All right.
I appreciate the offer, though, but I just can't with monetization because I've gotten dinged for game footage.
Yeah, but my movie pick is Casper, the first Casper film, by the way.
That works. Let me make sure I can grab it on streaming because I have to be able to grab it on streaming. That's like the little...
If you
By
can't,
the way,
the
CG in that movie holds up remarkably well.
That's for the Friendly Ghost movie.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
No, there's actually a Ghostbusters cameo in that movie. A Dan Aykroyd appears.
Teladia, is it the 1995 Casper movie?
Yes.
Yeah, the very first film. Yes.
I mean, okay, it's on Tubi. I can do that. So we're good. All right. So now, what will be the first movie that we cover?
I guess it's Casper because of Teladia.
All right. So
we got one more slot open.
Yeah.
Can we do Lost Boys, please?
Nope, that's not the. Oh, I know what the last one's going to be. The Crow.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're doing The Crow. Again, Nick, I'm going to put this throughout the weeks. We're never doing Lost Boys. There was just not enough audience for me to justify that. I know how much you want to. But I'm not doing that. But yes, we're doing The Crow. Technically, we're having 2 DC properties, but I'll allow it.
Actually, we will be doing the Lost Boys because I'm doing a Halloween stream on Halloween
on your channel. I'm saying not on my channel.
And one of the things they're talking about is going to be The Crow, and you're going to be there. So, I mean, one of the things they're talking about is the Lost Boys, so you're going to have to watch the Lost Boys.
If that's a week where I show up for Friday Night Frenzy, though.
Well, no.
I'm trying to get out of this because I really don't want to watch Lost Boys.
Jared, the 31st is on a Tuesday. Like, that's Halloween. Like, I'm doing a special Halloween.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll see if I can make it. Maybe we'll be able to. But the point is, that's fine. You can do that. That's fine. But the point is, okay, so the lineup is Casper the Friendly Ghost. We're starting very, very nice, very positive. Then we're going to The Doom That Came to Gotham. Actually, wait. The Doom that came to Gotham. Then we're doing The Crow. Then we're doing Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
There you go. All right, so that will be our thing for the day. That'll be our stream. Hope you guys enjoyed that Predator discussion. So, Nick, where can we find you and what have you got coming out, particularly on Friday?
All right. So, in about an hour, you guys can hop over to my channel, The Phoenix Press on YouTube. I will be streaming Spider-Man. It's going to be the last one we're going to be doing for a while because starting October, I'm going to be switching over to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, the video game. That'll be really fun. I got Avatar on Monday, Comics Watch on Wednesday. But next Friday is going to be the big kahuna. I am going to finally be launching Screecher number 2 Friday, October 6th. And it's going to be simulcast both on my channel and on this channel. So we're doing it as part of Friday Night Frenzy. So it'll be shown both on this channel and on mine. The stream starts at 6. We launch the comic book at 6:30. So please show up, and then if you feel like you like the comic, please feel free to donate. And let's get this thing over the moon, shall we?
So, Nick, what you're actually telling me is that literally we have one more day of streaming Spider-Man.
He got you there. You ran into that. He walked out.
Oh, well, whatever. So Teladia,
that's a clip.
That's gonna be my next intro. So Teladia, where can we find you and what have you got coming out?
So on my channel, guys, tomorrow it is gonna be the Batman Arkham stream, the 5-hour finishing of Arkham Asylum. We're gonna try and knock it out the park. And then Monday, I got Sunday as well. Tomorrow, I've also got a collab with JJheat talking about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. And then Monday, I'm just chilling. And then Tuesday is the interview with Nick for the Phoenix Press as we cover Screecher. We're going to be talking about Screecher 2, my interview about that, and you're finding your information all about that Screecher 2 stuff. So you want to tune in for that. Then Wednesday, myself and Jared are going to be doing Super Wonder issue 5, baby. Issue 5, as we talk about Super Wonder taking on evil Super Wonder. So we'll be talking about that. And it'll be a very good one. And then Thursday, relaxing day. Friday, it's CLD as usual, per usual. Then Saturday is Casper the Friendly Ghost, my pick. So I'll be talking about Casper because I love Casper the Friendly Ghost. So
in terms of Comics League, obviously Super Wonder Legacy, we're talking about the Trinity. Britt sent me really detailed show notes today. So I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to be a long one. Indie Wednesday, I'm going to be talking to Drew from Comics Elite about his new comic. On Friday, I'm going to be live streaming with Ty the Art Guy, talking about his comic because it came out. I read it. I really liked it. So I'm going to be doing a review/interview with him. And then in terms of Under Two Capes, I'm still thinking about what we're going to do. And then, yes, obviously, as Teladia said, we're going to do Casper the Friendly Ghost from movie night. And then I have all the collabs I normally do, like Super Wonder, Justice League Rewatch, Avatar Rewatch, and such. But we will see you guys next week. Stay heroic, and I guess I'm thinking here's a good way to end this stream.
If it bleeds,
peace.
we can kill it.